Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to do a brief video on my Batman Beyond suit. I'm going to be cramming a whole lot of information into this one video, so you better pay attention or you might miss something. So with this Batman Beyond, I kind of wanted to do something different, but something everybody would recognize. I wanted to stand out from everybody else's Batman Beyond. I didn't want it to look like something that someone else posted a while back or whatever. You know, because I wanted to be different. I wanted to stand out. The problem with this build was I started this one several months back and I never got around to it, and I didn't even film the process of building the armor. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this basic build. Midway through the video, then you'll see me switch over to this actual costume. You're gonna wonder why is the fabric gray and then it turned to black all of a sudden. That's because it's two different armors, just to let you know. Basically, I'm gonna build a kit that I normally sell on my eBay store. I will show you how I modified it to make it different, which is basically adding on the details, you know, the EL light, stuff like that. It's whatever. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get to it. So here are the pictorial pieces that I use for almost all of my builds. I rarely change the patterns up because if it works, then don't fix it. Once I get it all glued together, I'm gonna trim the center so it lines up properly and glue those together, and you'll end up with something like this. Here's the fabric that I'm using. I normally use black. I don't know why I did gray. I am gluing on my abdominal pieces, which is just a bunch of shapes that I just drew out. Look cool, so I went with it. I use hot glue to glue it on, and once I have it all glued, I use an iron on synthetic mode so I can reheat some of the hot glue that probably didn't make contact. Took my heat gun and sealed the pores and put some formation to it. I went through and sanded down all the edges, rounded it off before I glued the chest piece to the abdominal fabric. And here is the back plate. I got my pieces all cut out and glued together, give it that nice little curvature for the back, and going to connect it with the shoulder strap thingy, which will almost complete the upper body piece. All that's left to do is to put the Velcro and elastic that connects the front to the back on the rib side. Now I'm working on my gauntlets. It's real simple, just a couple pieces I glued together. I kind of wanted this thing to wrap around my arm, so I made this thing. Once I get it all trimmed down to size, I'm going to glue it to the rest of the gauntlet, and it should wrap around my arm just nice and snugly. Then I'll add some elastics to the wrist area. And here are the pieces that I'm going to use for my shoulder pads, which is like 3 pieces. Just glue it all together and it'll look like a turtle shell almost. And here are the pieces for my thigh guards, which I basically use for a lot of my cosplay builds. The only thing is I add those extra details that sets them apart from each character. So yeah, I just basically showed you how I build one of the kits that I sell on my eBay store. It comes complete with the gauntlets and the shin guards too, and some bicep guard thingies. Now here is the fun part, time to add on the details. I start off by drawing all my designs, and then I can score it with a razor blade, use a heat gun to open it up, but sometimes the details just don't pop, so I use my wood burner and I'll burn my lines in there. Sometimes I'll even plunge the wood burner in there so I can create some whole effect thingy. Yeah, I just went crazy. I drew lines, I burned them in, I drew more lines until I thought maybe this guy is cool enough. So there you have it. This is what it looks like after all my details has been burned and etched in forever. So I added a simple cod piece and some rib guards, added some details to that, and so far, so awesome. But that's not enough. How else can I make this way cooler? Add some flashing lights. Using the holes that I burnt with the wood burner, I went in and laced some EL lights and attached that with some super glue. I kind of messed up on this part. I should have did this after I painted it, but oh well. Here are the shin guards that I'm making for my Beyond suit. It's really long. I was like, well, this is not cool enough. I'm going to make it one piece. So I went in and did it again and added the boot to the back. So this basically just slips on like a pair of boots. Because it's symmetrical, I wanted to add some additional details to differentiate the left and the right. Basically added some more foam to the outside of the boot. This will make it look like it's the muscles outer part of the boot. So I sealed it and I painted it. My first attempt was black. I didn't like it, so I went and painted it a more lighter silver color. So I went back with an airbrush and I used some black shading in certain areas. This gave it this really cool contrast, which is actually the look I was going for, and really digging it. Now it's time to go back and paint the Batman emblem red, and I'm gonna go over it with some more black shadings. Some of y'all may be thinking, hey, that looks like the Arkham Knight helmet. Well, it is. I just modified it, put on some bat ears, and now I got a Batman Beyond helmet. I may decide to change it and give it another helmet, but right now I'm going to stick with it. I applied 2 coats of silver and some black shadings to add some contrast to the helmet, and so far so groovy. I am so digging it. I'm going to sleep in this costume tonight. My wife may not like it, but I don't care. I look like Batman. And here are a couple of pictures of me wearing it. Not 100% done with it yet, but yeah. There's my build so far. I'm going to do some more updates in upcoming videos, because I know I gotta do the bat fins, and then I gotta do the wings, because Batman Beyond doesn't actually have a cape. He has like mechanical wings that flap up, and I still need to figure out how to do that, because I don't know how to do that just yet. But when I do figure it out, it'll be really cool. So awesome. And today's shout out goes to LOL Workshop. He's got a YouTube channel where he does, you know, cosplay tutorials. Like, he's got this really cool Hulk costume that he's building, and I'm going to try to make one myself. I'm actually going to make a Hulk Buster too. So, but they'll be miniatures. They're not going to be like those big old robots that takes forever to put together. No, mine's going to be miniature. Mine's going to be 5 foot tall, and it's going to be badass too. Oh. We'll see. I want to give a video shout out to Jonathan Lee Hong Dong. He asked for a shout out, and he's working on his Red Hood cosplay, which is ironic because I'm also working on one too back here. And you're probably not going to want to miss that one either. I'm just saying. I want to give a video shout out to Wanto Ortega. He's been sending me some really cool pictures of his Batman mecha suit, and I thought that deserved a shout out because I thought his stuff was really cool. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to see more cool pictures of this guy and that guy and her too. Like me on Facebook and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed, and I think that's it. Yeah. See you guys later.